So you're not married?
I'm not married. I am single.
No,
I know. Oh, Liz. Oh, Jesus.
It's okay.
No.
Hey, Nick.
Can you get us a towel?
Nick. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl LaTory Wilder, and guess what? I have the most amazing guest with me tonight. But before we get into that,
Yes.
we have, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Her Story Hour. And thank y'all so much for everyone who has subscribed and has followed our social media on every platform. I thank you guys so much for this community. It's going to be even better. So, Brandi J, this is who we have today. And I'm so excited because I feel like she's just one of the most beautiful, outgoing, lively, wonderful people that I have met. And to know her is to love her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It really is. So, Brandi, who are you, girl?
You said, hi, am I?
Who are you?
Who am I?
Tell the people who you are.
I am Brandi Johnson, a.k.a. Brandi J.
Okay.
Born in Cincinnati, Ohio, at Good Samaritan Hospital to the amazing parents, Bishop William and First Lady Ruth Johnson.
Yes,
my parents are amazing.
Yeah.
To a family of 5. I was the last one. I have 4 older siblings.
Wow.
Mother of 2. Maurice Jennings Jr. and Mackenzie Jennings. I am I most definitely love the Lord, so let's get that. But I love people.
Yes.
I love hosting and emceeing. I love interviewing people.
And you're good at it too.
Thank you.
If y'all need Brandi, please call her because she will do it right. Okay, she ain't gonna half step it. She just gonna do it right. So anyway,
and I tell people I can even do your funerals.
Because it needs to be a more uplifted. It's a little dead in there.
Give me Pookie and Ray Nay, and we're gonna get them into heaven.
Yes. Get them into heaven.
I'm gonna sing a couple songs, I'm gonna sing a couple scriptures.
Okay.
And we're gonna get her in there.
So y'all heard her. Call her.
Just for a little feet. For funerals, I'll help.
That's funny.
But no, I just really love people, and I'm loving the woman I am becoming now. Okay. So that's who Brandi is.
So speaking of the woman that you're becoming, what is it that you're loving, and what didn't you like before?
Oh, what it is now is I'm more confident in who I am. I'm more confident into my people be like that feeling, but no, my spirit. When I feel something that I know isn't right, I now trust myself. Yeah. When I haven't always done that, I would be like, well, no, it's okay, God. We're gonna pray about it, and we're gonna go to counseling. We're gonna stay back this word before you even go down the aisle.
Right.
So now, when I see something out here, I'll be like, oh, honey, that's foolishness.
So you're not married?
I'm not married. I am single.
No,
I know. Oh, Liz. Oh, Jesus.
It's okay.
No.
Hey, Nick.
Can you get us a towel?
Nick.
Nick. Girl, he ain't paying attention. We need you. Can we get a towel? That's a good blooper right there. That's a good. We need a towel. The whole water spill. Oh, the seat. Oh, Lord. I came up here messing up stuff. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. I don't want y'all couch to stink. Oh, you can wash the couch?
Yeah.
I'll take the cushions
We can take the
off.
cushions
okay.
off.
Shut up. And then I'm finna be ghetto as the water. But I'm going to hold the glass. I know. He just refilled it up. Fill it up, honey. Oh my God, I cannot believe I did that.
God.
Y'all, I'm so sorry. It's so comfortable here.
Okay.
Oh my, I'm so sorry.
So what happened?
I said, oh. Girl, I forgot what we was talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm holding the glass the rest of the time. I'm holding the glass.
Okay, what were we talking about?
What was we talking about? I'm going to hold it like this. I am not moving anymore. I'm holding this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What was we talking about?
Good.
I know. You said...
The dating... No, are you married?
Yeah, that's what we was talking about. No, and I said all this.
Yeah,
and then the water fell. Look at that. All that water.
The water said, okay.
I said all that water.
The thirst trap.
With that water. Nah. That water.
Let me come a little closer.
Give some water. Yeah, no, I am single.
Okay.
I have been single now 2 years.
Okay.
Went through a divorce.
Okay.
And single again.
Okay.
And that was the name of my show on the radio when I was on the air. And I just left that in September of this year.
Okay.
And so now I started my own thing from home.
What's it called?
It is called The Lab, Life After with Brandi J.
Yes.
We're going to the lab.
Yes.
And
please follow her, by the way.
Yes, please on all
do.
social media outlets.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, single, and I go out on dates sometimes.
Okay.
But
how has that been?
Dating is
How's
tragic.
The pool? What's the pool looking like?
It's not a pool.
Okay.
It's just a toilet.
Ooh.
It's not a pool.
Oh gosh.
No,
I've heard that a lot though.
No, what I will say this. I have met a lot of really amazing men.
Okay.
But in that, it has taught me I'm not ready to fully commit as I have in the past.
Okay.
I have one guy. I hope in the future I could spin the block.
Okay.
I hope.
Okay.
We're still friends now.
Okay.
I call him the perfect gentleman.
Nice.
I'm
What
going to
makes
share.
him perfect?
Oh, he's perfect.
Like, what makes it?
He's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to share a post about him for my birthday. My birthday was November 1st. And he had told me the day before, I'm going to be out of town, but I want to make sure I do something for your birthday. This man sent me $268 in stock. No, stock.
Who does that?
A perfect gentleman.
Who does that?
A perfect gentleman.
I've never heard of that.
I never in my life.
Like Nick?
Oh my God. Nick. And even today, from November 1st to today is the night, it has went up like $40.
What?
And so he told me, he was like, look, I'm sending this to you. Sit on this for 4 to 5 years. Invest in it at certain times so I can add more stock to it. And I told him, I said, will you marry me?
Let me change it up a little bit.
I said, oh my God. I got a lot of amazing things. I had another friend who bought me some Ugg boots. My daughter bought me this coat, and people sent cash app. I had
you deserve all that.
Thank you. Yeah. But the stock. That was deep.
That was deep.
Because that's like, they want to see you win. Like, no matter.
To say in about 4 or 5, that means that's telling me he wants to be in your life. Yeah. And I think when we first met, I was just in my first year of being out. And oh my God, he just does everything perfect. Like, he plans the dates. Spontaneous dates. He'll drop an address like, hey, when you get off of work, meet me here. And I'm like, no, I'm not dressed. He's like, Brandi, meet me at this address when you get off of work. Now that's
cute. He listens.
Okay.
Anything that I like or anything. And so when you meet somebody like that, because I'm already a giver, it makes me want to. So I'm like, okay, so he likes my chicken salad. So let me surprise him with this. And he likes. I'll send
it a bowl.
Okay.
I still got my bowl.
I thought I made you some. Shut up.
No.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Y'all got to get her some bread.
Yes.
So I send an album arrangement to his job.
Okay.
I'll pop up on his job with lunch. And we've been knowing each other 2 years and never once had sex.
Wow. Now that is amazing.
He's perfect.
That is amazing.
And I'm talking, take me to fine restaurants, Perry's. And what I really love, he automatically opens doors, and it's not fake. It's who he is. Yeah. He opens doors, but he's like, Brandi, if you want to go eat and I'm not even going, just let me know. I'm still going to pay for it. He's just a great, he's a great guy. Yeah. So a great communicator.
So what makes him different from the last?
Everything I just said.
Okay. Okay.
Do totally opposite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do totally opposite.
Yeah,
somebody that is so giving. It's so important when somebody wants to see when making you happy makes them happy.
Yeah.
Like if I do something and makes you happy, it makes me happy. And Jamal Bryant the other day said, if you're a giver, never date a taker, because a giver never gets tired of giving, but a taker never gets tired of taking.
Yeah, and then you won't get poured back into.
And you don't get poured. And then after a while, the giver does get tired.
Yes.
You get, you do get tired.
Yes.
You be looking like
you're running on empty.
You like, you know what?
Yeah.
And even my dad had a preacher here a few weeks ago, from Chicago, and he just had to have this peach cobbler from Hattie B's. My friend was at home. We was in Hendersonville. Hattie B's is downtown. He was at home close to Opryland. And I was like, I called him. I was like, what are you doing? He was like, what's up? What do you need? I was like, my dad friend wants this, and that. He was like, okay, I'll go get it. And I was like, okay, but what? You're not giving me time to like to explain. And he was like, I will do anything for you. And he was at home just having me time. And so he got up, went from there, went downtown, got the Hattie B's, drove it to my parents' house in Hermitage, and then went back home.
He cares about you.
He cares. Yeah. Yeah.
He cares about
you.
And
he shows up. He shows up every time. And so I just know what he was ready to give. I wasn't in a place to receive it, because it was unnatural for me for somebody to, because I always done that. Yeah. So it felt weird for somebody like making over
almost
me.
Almost like questioning it.
Yeah. And 2 years later, he's the same person.
That's crazy.
Hasn't changed at all.
That's amazing.
Amazing. Yeah. So, Perfect Gentleman is his name.
Okay, that's his name.
I'll never let you know.
So that's the person that you said one day I will show you guys.
Yes. But right now, I'm not going to ever let you all know. Just in case if he gets another woman, because we're not dating. We're just friends.
Right.
But I do think at one time it was a strong interest. And then I think he kind of seemed like, she's not ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. So, just not ready for that.
So, with him saying you're not ready, so what are some things that you feel is going to, I guess, make you ready for the next relationship?
Time.
Okay.
Time. Because when you put your all in something, and people be like, oh, women be broken. And I told him, I said, it's disappointed.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like, no, I'm not broken. Right. So I'm not going, because when you say broken, that you can't put that back together. You can't be fixed. You got to throw that away.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not a throwaway.
Right.
But I've been disappointed for years in relationships. Not even just in the last situation. Yeah. Just for years, I've been disappointed. I've always wanted what my parents and my siblings had. Everybody had great relationships and good men. And even though I did do the total opposite, I always wanted the bad boy and wanted trying to turn them good.
Yeah, that's already a mistake.
And that's
I've been there too. And that's a mistake.
And it's a mistake. And it doesn't work.
It doesn't
and
work.
So that has always been a part of my issue. So that's what I would say about that.
So now you're saying that you're just going to wait and be patient and all of that. So do you think that's going to make the big difference for you?
Yeah, because I've rushed in the past also. Get out of a situation, stay single for like a year. The next thing, here I am back in something again. This time I did a lot of therapy, going to counseling for myself and learned a lot about myself. And so this time.
I was going to ask, so did you ever feel like you were depressed or very sad to the point of, what do I do? Is it me? Or were you ever blaming yourself?
And that's where I say, when I say blame yourself is because there's certain things I knew better, that I seen the signs. So it's not even the person. I knew better.
Yeah.
So I have to blame myself, on that part, overlooking certain things. And you have to take accountability. Like, you want to be loved. Yeah. And you want to love.
Exactly.
And you want to do it without any thought. So I just make over people and do stuff. And then when I notice, like, after a while, I'll be like, okay, now this nigga ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they do the bare minimum.
Do you feel like you overlooked a lot of things in the past?
Oh, I know I did.
You knew who this person was, but because you wanted love so bad, you probably thought to yourself, okay, I can definitely change you and I can definitely make this work. Was that?
I always tell people, I always have a word. The Bible says with his love and kindness, and I'm off the chain, but I know some of the book, okay? But he said with his love and kindness, he draws. And I felt like with my love and kindness, I'm going to draw them into this world and I'm going to love you and I'm going to love you like God love you and I'm going to respect you. No, you ain't respecting me. I'm going to fix your plate. Yes, I'm going to love the hell out of you. I'm going to fix your plate and I'm going to pour your drink and I'm going to give you your food and I'm going to give you this whenever you want it and all this. And it still don't work because it's a character flaw. So you have to look at yourself. You have to take accountability for yourself. So once I started looking at me and my part in it, then I'm like, no, I'm not rushing anymore. And you have to show up.
You do.
Yeah, you have to show up. And I thought they would eventually show up.
Yeah.
But no.
And I've seen that you've been showing up for yourself lately too, like with working out and with taking care of your health. And all of that impacts your life, everything. So how's that journey been?
And the people that you attract to.
Yes.
You attract different people and certain people are intimidated because they look like, okay, now she work out, she got a job, she pursuing her career, she got her own house, her own car. I got A1 credit.
Okay, talk about
I'm debt free except for my mortgage. Other than that, my sister is debt free. And I'm just praying that the Lord bless my homeboy to pay my house off.
And you will.
Yes, he will. I got one of my friends. He's into real estate, and he's an amazing friend of mine. I told him the other day, I said, I'm gonna send you my mortgage information. And I said, I just trust that you're gonna put $50,000 on it. He was like, well, that's not impossible. I said, no, it's not. I said, I don't even want to know. I just want to open up my statement and it says this. And so I'm trusting God. I'm believing God for that. But and I told my mom the other day, I was talking, I said, if I handle me and the way I do my finances, I'd have been married just one time.
So how many times were you married?
I've been married 3 times. Three times. The first time was my kid's dad. And of
how
course,
old were you?
Like 19, 20. So my
you got married at 19?
Yeah, well, my dad was like, you got her pregnant. Y'all need to get married and make it right. So we were young. So then then I waited like 11 years. Now it took me a long time to get, because he was my high school sweetheart and the man who I had kids with. And we were together from like 15 to 30 and 31 or something like that. So we grew up together.
Are y'all still friends?
No, let me say this. We have been friends. We're cordial. He's remarried now. And so I respect those boundaries. So he used to be my best friend. Even after. If it was anything he needed or I needed, it was no question. But when you're married, I have to respect that. And he respects his marriage. And so now, no, we'll deal with each other if it's far as the kids, but just to see how you doing or like we used to now. We don't do that. But I wish them well. I do. I wish them well.
And please, for the people who are not married and have a friend who is married, listen to that. Respect the boundaries.
Respect the vows, the covenant. Respect it. Respect it. And so it's no need of me bringing drama into a situation because that was what it was and that's not where it's at anymore. Lord knows why I left that situation. You know I left that situation. One thing I have to say, I've never had a man to leave me. I've never once had a man. I've never had a man to say, because I want, no, but people can't act a certain way. And then I have to choose me. So and then the second one, I waited, like I said, 11 years after that one. And even with that one, I kind of knew, like, Brandi, but we had already like started selling our homes and that again, I thought, okay, with time it would work. But one thing I have to say, for me to come from a family with 2 parents, I never married anybody that came from a 2-parent home.
Really?
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. So what do you think attracts that?
The bad boy thing, honestly. I'm honest. Nobody, I'll be honest, nobody came from a 2-parent home. Nobody had a good relationship with their mom.
That's crazy.
and I thought they were going to adore me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do you feel that the way you grew up really does kind of shape you into
who you
are?
Until you make a decision.
Okay.
I tell everybody, I got my hair on today, but I just started my lock journey. I was not ready to come on.
Her locks out because they're cute. She has this cute little style.
I was not ready to do that. I wasn't ready to do that.
Leaving me hanging.
But I told my sister Inger, I said, it'll preach when you make a decision.
Yeah.
When you make a decision and you make up your mind and you make a decision, then you'll stand by it.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to say somebody because they didn't have a good relationship with their mom or their dad or didn't have a best environment that they can't be amazing in it. You have to decide.
Yeah.
I want to do different.
Yeah.
My kid's dad, he didn't have a good relationship with his dad. So he decided young, I want to be a good father.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have picked the better person to have kids with.
Yeah.
I couldn't have picked, he's still an amazing dad to our adult kids now.
That's awesome.
And so, but he made that decision to show up.
Yeah.
And so you have to decide, I want to be a good husband.
Yeah.
I want to respect her.
And I know, even us as women, when we find a man, we want the man to reflect our father.
Yeah, and I probably,
in a way, you know what I mean?
And I probably did when before Christ, my daddy's name was Kitty Cat Kid in the streets. And I'm
not going to ask.
Daddy, that was his name. Girl, I don't know, honey. But I probably picked the Kitty Cat Kids and not the Bishop Wayne Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also learned in therapy, which was like an aha moment for me, that when I was young, my dad's a pastor, so retired pastor now. But when I was young, I would travel with my dad when he would go preach at conferences and revivals and all that type of stuff. And just at the church, it was a lot of hurt people, people that came from all different backgrounds, and he would love them and support them and see the best in them. And my therapist was like, that's what you've done in your relationships.
Yeah.
You see where they're at, but you see where they can go and what they can be. And that's a trait you picked up from your dad. But doing it for church and for your life is two totally different things.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was like,
that makes a lot of sense.
I said, wow, that was deep.
See, that's why therapy is important.
It is important. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
Like right now, this is a therapy session, right? I'm on the couch. I haven't cried yet. But
should I bring the tissue?
I'm on the couch. Yeah, this is therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so another thing I wanted to do, I wanted to clear the air because I saw a post and it kind of bothered me because people just be talking. And I hate when people just be talking, but people are going to be people. And I wanted to... I
like candy, y'all. They brought me M&M's.
Yeah,
I love
M&M's. So this is her favorite snack.
My favorite snack. You can get some
M&M's.
M&M's.
If you have M&M's,
you can get in my house with some M&M's.
Okay.
You got delivery M&M's. I'll open up the door. Yeah.
So I wanted to clear the air because I saw this post about were you in an abusive relationship before? And I remember, I feel like I felt your feelings when you were expressing yourself. So I want to just take that moment to just clear the air about that.
Okay. For one, that was something I never do. And I really had people reach out to me like, Brandi, that's not you.
Yeah.
And that's not you. And I was like, well, no, because somebody's lying on my character.
Yeah.
And I've always said, I've never been in an abusive, physically situation, marriage or relationship. But verbal, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, you done some shady stuff. And that was my truth. But for somebody to lie and say, I said he put his hands on me, I was like, and then if you recall the message, he was like, it's somebody close to you, so be careful.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
now you watching.
Yeah, so now I ain't watching nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not watching nothing. This is what I said.
Yeah.
Since they close to me, if I post it, then I know they gonna see what I said. Because I said, don't lie on me to try to get closer to him. Because that's what my thought process was. Oh, well, she said you done this, and then now y'all gonna cleave to each other. Y'all gonna cleave with each other anyway, because we tried to spin the block. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
We tried to work it out after we split up, and then we figured out this is why we're not together. But I was like, I don't have time to sit up here and try to figure out, well, who's he talking about? Who said this? Who close to me that you know or you dealing with? First of all, that's shady on both of y'all part, but baby, have it. We're not together. That's old news. So I said, if I put it on social media, then they'll know that I let him, first of all, they'll let him know he came and said something to me, and I let him know. No, I did not say you put your hands on me, but you did kick in the bathroom door. You did drive the car almost 100 miles drunk. You did call me out my name. Those things did happen. Yeah, I was in the car. Things did happen that were not safe to me. That's my form of abuse. If you're not, and then some people's like, well, marriage is this. Yeah, but if you're not used to that and type of that environment, that is really scary for me. It might not be to somebody else who might have seen that coming up, and they might be like, oh, it's going to get better. No, to me, I felt like I was dying on the inside, not physically, but emotionally and mentally. And so, and also alcohol was involved. And then also, I'll be honest, at that time, because of, I feel like your mate, both of you all, can make each other feel secure. And so if you're with somebody that doesn't really compliment you or look at other women hard when it was just a lot. So I wasn't showing up as the confident self either. So I'm not going to sit up here and act like, oh, I was perfect. Now, what I'm not is abusive. I'm not that. I'm not that. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to bring up things from your past to hurt you. Those are things. If you tell me you went through this, I'm going to make sure I don't do that because I don't want it to hurt you. But don't throw up in my face things that I've shared with you to try to make me feel less than. So then I'm like, okay, so you're trying to break me. So you're not good for my spirit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the post was about. So once again, it's an exclusive here. He never, ever put his hands on me. Never once. Other than how I wanted him to. Let me flip my leg. Hold on, I was not ready. If he put his hands on me, it was the way the undefiled bedroom was allowed.
Okay, and that was me.
And we was married. Okay? That's the only way. And I'll you make this a little funny clip. That's the only way he put his hands on me was in that manner. So whoever went back and told him that he did put his hands on me. But when he did, it was the way that I liked it.
And we're going to pause.
And we're going to pause. And Lord, may the Lord watch between me and him while we're absent from one another. Yeah.
In Jesus' name.
And amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for clearing the air.
Yes, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. And I want to say this real quick. In his defense, later on, I'll never forget one time Bishop Walker was preaching and he was just talking about how people who might have a temper or people who might react a certain way, you have to go deeper into understanding why they react that way, why they respond a certain way. And I didn't do that. And I was glad that I was able to later on to apologize to him the way that I left. And I didn't have a hard conversation. I was just like, oh no, this is not this and I'm out of here. And so, to his defense, I didn't take the time to learn where this hurt could have been coming from as a childhood and things like that. So I think it's really important when you do love somebody to try to, even if you separate, I mean, you got a divorce, but I'm like, when I'm done, I'm done. Yeah. But now, looking back now, I'm like, maybe I should have just separated for a while and then, really gave us time to work on that.
It's crazy that you say that because that's something that I'm working on and something that I've actually experienced as well. And I was able to actually talk that out just a few days ago because I feel like for me, Well, first, when Nick and I first got married, I had this thing to where if things got hard or if my emotions were just too much, I could just drive and go to the park or go somewhere else and just not tell him where I was going. Until Nick saw that, he was like, first off, he was in a shock, like, wait a minute, this is not what we do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he had to talk to me like, Tori, we are married, and you can't do this. Like, I'm here for you, and I care about you. So I'm not gonna. I'm here to help you. Like, let's talk through it.
That's beautiful.
And for me, I wasn't really used to that, and I think it's because of the way my dad left us when he, was killed.
Oh wow! Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so when my dad was gone, he was gone. Period.
Wow.
And so I couldn't ask him any questions. I couldn't ask him how this happened or why this happened. I had to deal with that myself.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's like when things get hard or confrontations or whatever, I can easily walk away.
Yeah.
While the wound is still open.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
And while I'm still thinking about it, and while I'm still grieving, and while I'm still, all this stuff is happening, but I haven't dealt with it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I was able to have a conversation with someone and tell them, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Isn't that freeing?
Yeah.
It is so,
it is, because
oh my God,
you don't
so
really
freeing.
notice this is what you're actually dealing with until after the fact.
After the fact.
Yeah. Until after you were able to really realize, okay, I was wrong in that matter. And I need help in that too.
Yeah.
Like,
and
this is,
And I said, I was wrong. My reaction to the action was wrong.
Yeah.
It was still an action.
Yeah,
so we can't take that away.
Right.
It was still, but my reaction as a wife, as a covenant, as a vow, was 100% wrong. And I have to take that accountability now.
Yeah.
At the time, like you said, I dealt with it on my own. I moved back with my parents. I was getting loved and important. Mama cooking it. I was good. I was like, oh my God, I was back home.
Yeah.
But the Lord started dealing with me later years after I was out of it.
Yeah.
That, hey, we're not dealing with what they done.
Right.
We're going to deal with you.
Right.
And what you done and how you done it.
Yeah.
And I was glad I was able to apologize to him.
I love that.
And let him know I'm sorry for the way that I done. And it wasn't that I gave up on you. I gave up on the actions that you were giving me. And if he had said, like Nick said, like, I'm sorry, or I want to do better. But some men can be very prideful. And so it's kind of like, this is what you my wife, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to say. No. Because once you tell me you sorry, this is my thing. Especially if I express to you, hey, if you just say it was a thing he told me he didn't like for me to block him.
Yeah.
He's like, when you block me, that pisses me off or whatever. So I block him again. Petty. But then I'm like, you know what? For someone to express to you, when you do this hurts me or makes me feel a certain way, and I do it again, then that's wrong on my part, especially when you can be vulnerable in that. So once we was able to talk, I let him know, I'm like, I would never block you again because you let me know that's something that really bothers you. And so to this day, he's not blocked. We don't talk, but he's not blocked because I gave you my word that I will never block you again. I won't ignore your calls. I will let you know, hey, you ticked me off with this and communicate because that's something I didn't do when we were married. So I think it's important when someone lets you know, hey, when you do this, that hurts me, or just take accountability. And then once they give you another chance, it comes into change. You have to change. Like, okay, I'm telling you, I won't do this to you anymore. So don't say it and then go do it again.
Right.
Change your action because your word is everything.
It is.
Your word is everything. And so when you do something, then you go back and you apologize, say, you know what, you did tell me this. And I'm sorry. So so you're not blocked. You're still not blocked.
I mean, she really said a mouthful in that. I mean, I feel like you spoke on humility
Mm-hmm.
He spoke on the importance of communication.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of that is so important.
Caring about their feelings.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
When I tell you, I care about Nick's feelings so much.
No, that's beautiful.
No, it's like when he's hurt, I'm hurt.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
I'm really hurt. You know, even if I have an attitude.
Mm-hmm. But that's how it's supposed to be.
I'm still hurt. Like, okay, let's talk about this. What happened? I'm sorry.
You have
to be quick to apologize.
They can have a family member die that you never met.
Right.
But if you know they sad about that, you'll be sad. You'll be like, I would come at me. But that's when you really care about somebody. And I think that's I've never been really, well, I won't say never. Mm-hmm. My kid's dad, I will say he adored me. Mm-hmm. There was nothing he wouldn't do for me. And I'm not talking about just financially. I'm talking about emotionally. But the reason why we split up, he know why. But I knew he had my best interest at heart. He was my friend and I was his friend. Yeah. Because you can be in a relationship and they're your friend. Yeah. But you're not their friend, and because they don't bring you in their world, they don't care about you like that. I feel
like a friendship makes a marriage.
Yeah. Because you know what? I love you.
Yeah.
But do I like you?
Right.
I like you. But it's different when you're in a relationship with somebody. When you love them, you can love anybody. Right. But do you like them? When you like them, you want them in your space. You want to do things to make them happy. Right. I like you. Yes. And my exes didn't like me. Okay. They told me they did, but your actions showed me that you didn't.
What made them not like you? Did they ever express that?
It's an inner thing. Okay. No, and I took that upon myself. Like, I'm not going to, because this is how I am. Yeah. I wake up like this. I go sleep like this. 5 o'clock in the morning, I wake up, my kids be like, Mama, I wake up with music. Like, this is who I really am. But now, if you put me into a certain environment, I can be black. Yeah. I can be real. I can be real black. I ain't even gonna set up it. So I'm not gonna ever act like I'm just perfect. Yeah. But what I can say is, can't nobody say I wasn't consistent. I wasn't loyal. I wasn't faithful. I'm not a cheater. I'm a supporter. So those things, they could never, I don't care what they say to somebody, because my dad, even when I was going through this, I've been married 3 times, but I identified twice. Okay. If you can identify your sex, then I'm going to identify one. I don't even count. Yeah. Because, girl, boy, bye. What? But bye. Okay. Bye.
That was the second one.
No, that was the third one. That was the third one. I identified with 1 and 2. Okay. 3, I don't know. I don't even remember what happened. Yeah. With that one. I don't even remember. I don't even know what happened with that one.
That's just what it was, and we're moving on.
But what I do want to say is, I do appreciate you even sitting down. I appreciate God, because I'm like, God, you know, everything I've been through, you still allow people to see value in me and what I have to say and my perspectives, because I tell people I can tell you what to do and what not to do. So I will tell you, if you go through a bad situation, do not rush. Yeah. Take time for yourself, heal, work on yourself, see what you can do different. Because now I'm not gonna lie, back then we would have to text all day, call all day. And it was part of my insecure ways coming out. And so, and then they was insecure too, because then we weren't confident in those times. And because now I talk to people and I don't hear from you all day long. Yeah. I'm not like, oh my God, what are you doing? Who you talking to? Because I'm looking like, baby, if you ain't calling me, that's on you. Exactly. But that's where I am now. Yeah. I haven't always been like that. So they would probably say, oh, she was insecure. And I'm not going to say it's totally on them, but they most definitely had a part in it. Yeah.
So this is the last thing. Okay. So what advice would you give someone who has, or who is kind of struggling with finding themselves again after divorce or after heartbreak, after all of the things? Like, what advice would you give them as far as self, as far as getting back in the game, as far as just the encouragement piece.
The encouragement. First of all, find your relationship with God.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say a higher power. I'm not going to say find your relationship with God.
Yeah.
In his word, he lets you know so much about you. Just you are beautifully and wonderfully made, and you're the head and not the tail, and he adores you. It's so much in that. So I would listen to word night and day. And when I say word, I'm not talking about just listen to the Bible. I would watch church sermons and podcasts and things on self-building. I told somebody, I said, it's sad. I was like 45 the first time I learned about narcissism.
Yeah.
I had never heard the word the whole entire time. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah,
and so I say, focus on that. Get with like-minded people. People who have the same morals and values. Stay true to yourself. Don't allow someone, if you know, because we grown, you ain't supposed to be having sex, you ain't married, but if you know you really desire not to have sex and date someone, keep that. Yeah. Don't bend that to keep them in your life. Don't do it. And just know if they can't stay the course, then they're not the one. Yeah. Let them go on. Be okay with being by yourself. I go out and say table for one all the time. They be like, is somebody? No, it's just me.
Yes.
Or I go sit at the bar and eat. I always meet and talk to people. Oh, I love it. I love sitting at the bar and meeting all kind of people and talking to people. Work out. It is my thing now. I absolutely, now I eat horrible. Y'all see this. I say, how are you working out, gain weight?
I bought the candy. But
she asked for. She was like, what do you like? M&M?
all the sweets.
All the sweets. But working out, and even there you build another community of people that you work out with. Yeah. And a lot of times it's people you would never talk to. Right. And then you build new relationships. So I just say work on yourself. Find out what it is that you like. Yeah. Get busy. Get yourself together. Make sure your credit is good. Keep your house clean. Keep yourself clean.
Yes.
Be kind. Yeah. As my dad say, be kind to people. Be kind to people. And I know in the right time, the right person is going to find me, because I'm not looking for a man, but I do got to get better with being out there. So like, I like being at home. But I know I will get to experience a man loving me the way I have seen my sisters and my mom be loved. I haven't experienced that, but I know it's coming. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Y'all heard it from the Brandi J. Thank you for coming.
No, thank you. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I am. I'm so proud of you. I think this is so cool. I love that you and Nick are doing all of this, and the kids are gorgeous. They're perfect. Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
But
keep
it's about you right there.
See, a giver. I got to give praise to her.
I'm trying to give praise to you.
I know.
No,
you have to learn to allow people to speak well of you and not be like, oh no, this, that. Because I used to be like that too. Being overweight, I couldn't take compliments. And so now I be like, thank you. I tell people, no, I am all of that. And I be like, thank you. I thank you for that. I have to look at what I really do bring, not to the table, because I don't believe in that, but what I can bring to your life. Right. I'm going to make your life better. I'm going to help, because first I'm bringing that favor. God said we bring favor. So you're going to have something that you cannot obtain without a woman. Yes. Because that's in his word. So and your
if
favor
out here, y'all, and
and
you heard something that you liked, just letting you know. I know the perfect gentleman is around, but if you got something that you want to
give him your information, hit Toria. She's gonna send me on a blind.
I'm gonna put your little tag at the bottom. You know,
maybe you'll set me up a blind date.
Yes.
I'm going to.
That's somewhere for you to go.
I would do a blind date.
Do that. So
that would be fun.
But you got to be right, though. I'm going to do my research.
I want you to vet them first.
Yeah.
Because I'm 48.
Okay.
I don't mind doing a little.
Good, girl.
Thank you.
48.
I don't mind doing a little younger.
Okay.
But they gotta have their stuff together. Yeah, they gotta have it together.
They got to have it together. Come on.
All the way together.
If they ain't got it together.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be my dating consultant.
Yes. I'm here. I got my little notebook ready. My notes. But I'm so happy that I was able to get Brandi here because she's so amazing. She really is.
Thank you.
I hope that you're able to get something from this. And I want you to know that you're not alone. Like, if you have dealt with this, you are not alone. And you have someone here who's actually pressed their way through this thing. And I mean, look, she's vibrant. She's still vibrant. She looks like she still has life.
Well, I do.
She has life.
Do.
She has life, and you can have that too. So that's all that I have for you today. But don't forget to hit that subscribe button, comment. Let's have a conversation in the comments. If y'all have any questions about anything, please feel free to ask and join our community. I love y'all so much. Peace.
Very good.
Yay. This is so crazy.